Hey YouTube, this is Scott Seward in Greenfield from John Doe Jr. Used Records, and I wanted to show you a couple more of those records I got from my pal in Springfield the other day, and this is one of them. This is a good case of not judging a book by its cover. Here you got Stephen Cohen on the cover of his record there, and he's in his garage with a camel and a llama. And, you know, he's got his friendly camel there on the back, and I don't know what that would signify to somebody looking at the cover. But this is a pretty sweet record. It's on Motown. Can you believe that? It's a Motown record. Motown, I'm just a fan through and through. I like all their subsidiary labels. I like it all. And people who tell me I don't listen to Motown, I kind of want to slap them, because Motown means so many things. It's not just one thing. It's millions of things. It's a universe. There some good songs on here. American Cheese is about the perils of cheese. If Christ Were a Lady is kind of self-explanatory. Wink Your Head I don't get. Jim Keltner on here, of course, and Jim Gordon. I think they shared a bunk bed in the studio or something. I don't think they ever went home in the 70s. I think they just slept in the back in the bunk bed. Anyway, this is a good one. I like this. Stephen Cohen. This is another good one here. This is Mary Watkins, Something Moving, on Olivia Records in the 70s there. And you know, you say what you want about Olivia Records. They had kind of a spotty artistic history in the 70s, but you know, they were a revolutionary concern, and sometimes when you're trying to start a revolution, you know, some things take a back seat. I swear to God, on the menu there, I thought it said Wendy Carlos Waffles, but it just said Carlos Waffles. I just love the idea in general of an Olivia Records Diane. You know, and there she is on the back. There's a sign that says Women Invented Cheese. You know, so that's good to know. Linda Tillery had a hand in this, and Linda Tillery made a great record on Olivia, a very funky record with some good beats. More importantly, this record was produced by June Millington. And if you don't know who June Millington is, then buy yourself a history book. This is some funky stuff. I'd say the two essential records to buy on Olivia Records would be this record and the Linda Tillery record. This has some. This got a 7-minute song on here called "Witch's Revenge." There's some proggy stuff on there. It gets spacey. I like it. This is a record now by Dick Monda, "Truth, Lies, Magic, and Faith." It's kind of a epic Christian. I don't know what you'd call it. It's on Verve Records, so it sounds beautiful. There's like 50 million people who had a hand in making this record. Millions of dollars, big fancy studios. Oh God, nobody heard this. Carla Bonoff is on this record. I can't believe that. She must have been 10 years old. I like this picture here, sitting there with all the detritus there of the culture. Beatles records and the Khalil Gibran book and the poker chips and wine bottle and the Buddha. It's an oddity. That's why I'm keeping it. It's not the greatest record in the world. It's big, kind of gospel-y. I don't know. I like that kind of thing. This I wouldn't recommend either. This one. I like it a lot, but I can't recommend it to other people. I don't know what normal people like. This is just a smooth record. I really like the song Woodstock Woman. And it's a Muscle Shoals record, you know, so it's got a good sound. It's on a Motown subsidiary there, Prodigal. It's a great label. And I just kind of like it. This one here is from the 80s now, the Herbaceans. I think they were a Detroit band. I like this a lot. I'd never heard the Herbaceans before, but they got a good rockin' beat. It's like a good dance band from Detroit. Hot Foot, Lupo Plain. They got a hip-hop thing going on too, which I like. Maybe that's why they were distributed by Celluloid Records. This sounds good. They were ahead of their time there. PJ Colt This record on Polydor there, I like this a lot for the production. Again, I'm a fan of the good 60s and 70s production. What can I say? The analog sound. This has some good tunes on it. It says Black Jesus. He wrote that, DJ Colt. This has Jeff Baxter on guitar, and he does a good job on here. And Eddie Kramer, he engineered this, so it sounds good if you like guitar. Jeff Baxter, he was on that really skunky, I'll say, third Ultimate Spinach record, and then I think he probably hooked up with PJ, I don't know. This, I just wanted to show you the cover. Terrible, terrible cover by this band, the Haywire band. They're local, I don't want to give them a hard time. They're just local dudes, bar band, having fun. I like them. But this cover is just the saddest cover I ever seen in my life. Dude's just sitting there. He don't even have a cigarette or nothing, like a cup of coffee. He's just sitting there. And there's nothing going on. I don't even know what's going on over here. There's like a building and a landscape painted on the building. I just wanted to show you the cover. This is a wonderful record. Ronnie Sessions. This has some great, great songs on it. Right here. He's high up there, man. He's happy. He's a happy dude. He's a happy cowboy. This is just great stuff. Recorded by Chip Young. Janie Fricke's on this album. It's just got some wonderful songs. Wiggle, Wiggle. Lucy Ain't Your Loser Looking Good. Victim of Life's Circumstances. Me and Millie Stomping Grapes and Getting Silly. That's just a fun record. That's a party record right there. Ronnie Sessions. This is another don't judge a book kind of thing, kind of deal there. Diane Steinberg. You can't tell by this. It just looks like maybe it's a pop record, some sort of poppy thing. Like singer. It could be anything. Kind of Broadway. You don't know. You know what this is? This is a really nice Philly soul record. This is Sigma sound all the way. This is Bell, and this is all of them. This has great songs, great players, all the Philly guys. Got Don Ronaldo. I'm telling you, this is you wouldn't look at this twice, would you? I mean, you might look at her. She's an attractive lady, but this is something. This Max Webster. I'm just I have every Max Webster record, I believe, and I'm keeping this sealed for a special occasion. Faith. I love this record. I probably own 3 copies of the Faith record. I don't know why. I just, nobody wants them except me. And this was on Terry Knight's label, Brown Bag, from 1973. So if you're a Grand Funk fan, you'll like the Faith record. That's a funky record. Funky hard rock, some horns. Sounds great. If you're a DJ, you play that out in the club, they'll love you. There's another sealed one I got here, Lonely Blue Boy, by Jimmy Briggs. This is like, when you have a nice bottle of wine and you want to open it on a special occasion. I'm going to open that, when I'm having a special occasion. That's got good, I know that's got good stuff on it. This, another oddity, which I'm keeping for its oddity status. It's not the greatest record in the world, but it's funny and it's interesting, and it's got good John Hammond production. It's got the great, Columbia 360 stereo sound. It's called Sleep Faster, We Need the Pillow by Michael Lessick. He's kind of like a cabaret Bob Dylan. I swear to God, I know that sounds silly, but he's got songs like My 67th Walk in the Park, Heady Shade of Red, Ajax Stokowski. It's all like, singer-songwriter, poet-type songs, big instrumentation, and, it only could have happened there. It's got a nice little vest there. I like this one. This is another sleeper. Charlie Bleak, Let Me In. It's locked there. It's right, nobody will let him in. And nobody ever heard Charlie. Which is sad, because this is a great record. I mean, I think it's just a good, country rock record. Solid, got good songs, good sound. Unfortunately, it's on a subsidiary of Pickwick, so you're already on the sub-label of a budget label. And that, you're already treading water there. But if you see that for $1, I'd recommend it. Real quick, we got this one here. This is a Guido and Morizio. This has good stuff if you like the Italian movie soundtrack kind of things. There they are in the box. It's got a good song called Dune Buggy. I don't know any of the movies. I've never heard any of it. It's got good synthesizers, good, you know, good mood if you like the Morricone kind of thing or that kind of deal. 70s stuff. And that was on private stock in the United States, and nobody bought that. This, last but not least, this is the one, this is my pick hit of the day. This Guthrie Thomas record. Lies and Alibis on Capitol. Unjustly neglected, if you ask me. This is one of those things, you know, people come in my store and they say, you got any Townes Van Zandt? And I say, you know, if I did, I'd put them online and get some real money for them. But I'd point them in the direction of this record. I mean, I'd sell them a John Prine or a John Hartford record or something. I try to. Of course, they might be running out the door without the Townes Van Zandt. But they should take a listen to this. It's just good, you know, singer, country-ish singer. Jim Keltner on here? He's probably on here. Steve Cropper did this thing, and Ringo Starr, or Jim Keltner. Yeah, he done it. It's just a wonderful record. It sounds beautiful. You know, the songs are good, and it should have, I mean, I don't know who bought this record. Who would have bought it? Oh, maybe your dad did, your granddad, I don't know. But look for it, because you can find it cheap anywhere. $1, $2. That's definitely worth your time. That's all I got to say about that. And that'll do it for now, YouTube. I'll see you next time. This is Scott Seward here in Greenfield, and we'll catch you later. Have a great one.